was like, oh shit, is we finna go to jail?
A cheesy box full of weed.
Cheeses, Cheeses.
Oh, Cheeses.
Yeah.
Nah, we only eat goldfish over here.
Shout out to goldfish. I miss both of those. I can't eat neither one no more.
I got a question though.
Is my mic close enough?
No, it's probably not. But we don't even
around.
gotta worry about none of that shit because we're just gonna let this shit float and
I'm about to move it closer.
off.
Anyway. You should probably move yours over a little bit more. And then if he a little bit put.
I was trying to see if I could get some money from you guys because I'm trying to open up my own AJ Wright. I'm trying to bring AJ Wright back if that's the thing. Y'all remember when niggas used to come to school with the jerseys with no like name on the front? It was different.
I did. You about to start your own rainbow too for the women?
Something like that.
Yeah,
man.
Just a value shopping store with clothes.
Well, dude, so I want to talk about like nostalgia for a second. Like, let's just get this shit going, bro. I want to talk about nostalgia for a second. Is there a chance that Miss Cleo was everything we ever wanted as kids?
No, she was all cap. And that's just a fact.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boys from N.O.L. Out of the Mud Incorporated.
Out of the Mud.
What's going on? It's your boy Replay TJ.
YD 400. Shout out to Cali. This is Michigan right now, but yeah.
Yeah, we're here to bring you guys a new episode. Just something we're about to try out. Let's see what's going on out there. Man, bro, let's talk about the 90s. Like, do you miss payphones? Because I miss payphones.
You know what? You know what the big thing about payphones was, why they became something not to use? Because it was like people got germs all in their mind. So it was like, I don't want to use the payphone. I remember it was a big thing about payphones, sticking your finger in the coin release.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was be a needle, a dirty needle.
Oh, no, I was looking for change. My bad.
It was like it was supposed to be a dirty needle in there. So it was like, don't use payphones no more.
I feel like that was goofy because back in the day, if you tried to get a chick's number and they gave you the wrong number, you go to the payphone and you call her, and then her phone don't ring, and she's just like looking at you with I got you, doofy.
Right. You could find out basically instantly if the number was fake or not.
Facts, man.
For 50 cents.
And pagers too. Like, I miss a good old pager.
Man, pagers and beepers.
Pagers and beepers was fire. And then it would be like 14 cents a month from Nokia.
Man, a low bill. And you know why pagers hit so hard? Because only professionals had them. You know what I mean? Like doctors.
Oh, yeah. It'd be a dude that works down on like Detroit Wall Street. It's not Wall Street, but it's like close enough to Wall Street. Like,
I hear you.
You know, you've seen a couple movies with Brad Pitt in it.
Right.
Oh, man. So.
Hold on. I got a funny story about a pager before we
go for it. I want to hear this.
I remember my brother had an orange see-through pager back when he was in high school. And it was just so fire to me as a kid. I'm like, as soon as he's not paying attention, I'm taking his pager. Why I'm taking it? Because who's going to page me? Whose number do I have to give this pager number to?
Fucking Kelly Kapowski? I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Just some kleptomaniac mentality as a child. Like, as soon as I can get this pager, I'm getting it. And so that's what happened. I took the pager. I hid it under my pillow. Of course, nobody paged me. I didn't have nobody to page me. But of course, he came and found it and beat me up for it. But it was just like I had a pager for like a day as a kid. That was dope to me.
But I got a question though. The craziest thing about the whole pager and beeper shit is like, okay, you page me, and then I walk over to you and be like, "Yo, can I see your phone real quick? Man, I gotta call this person." Like,
don't
bro,
be a menace.
Yeah, like you goofy, like dog.
You ready to
the '90s was wild.
Man,
look, shit.
Lit before lit.
Damn. Do we have to keep this PG-13?
Let's keep it PG-13 for a while.
All right, I'll keep it PG-13. Okay, I was about to ask that topic that we was talking about the other day that just blew my fucking mind. But excuse me. I see what he's talking about. I do swear a little bit.
What was it? What was that topic?
About when they used to have them different condoms back in the day, and now people don't buy condoms. I
mean, we can slide that in real quick.
Nah, like back in the day, used to be like, "Yo, can I get a pack of the 12-pack of the unlubricated?" Like, dog. All right, big dog. Where the forest fire at?
And that's what brought the even though it shouldn't be shame because you were just trying to protect yourself. Because you had to actually ask for the condoms for the clerk to give to you. You
Yeah.
couldn't just shop and browse for them yourself and get
Nope.
them and then bring them to the register.
Nope.
But then there'd be those times you would bring them to the register, they act like they wouldn't scan. And then back in the day, they'd be like, yo, I need a price scan on a 12-pack of lifestyle condoms all over the PA. You know, blow your whole spot up type joint.
Mind you, the pregnancy test, you could just grab that bitch and go right to aisle 3.
Yeah, you could.
Up. Excuse my language.
Hey man, look, that's the double standard of life.
My bad. I'm gonna stop apologizing. Oh, well.
Keep it
anyway, so what else was crazy from back in the day, dude? Real Sex with Sue Johansson. I ain't gonna bring that up. That's a dark time.
That's a classic right there. Wasn't that HBO?
Time. Nah, it was like that in Hookers on the Point. You remember Hookers on the
Point? That's what I'm saying. Didn't all that used to come on HBO or was it Showtime?
Nah, that was HBO and Showtime. They were two different. They were, my bad, syndication. I gotta stop using that word. Like, I ain't nobody. Like, syndication. Like,
that was some early explicit heat, but it wasn't too explicit. It was like just enough to cater to what you thought it was going to be, but it really just explained like the street life for certain prostitutes.
Would you rather
sex workers?
Would you rather be a prostitute in Vegas or a chick on My 500-Pound Life and you got everything, you just don't got to leave your bed? You'd be the fat girl. I know you would.
No.
I'd
probably be. See, I probably would be that sex worker.
Would you rather be obese or a prostitute? Like, that's simple.
I'd be a prostitute.
Would you rather be Hitler or Malcolm X?
Because it's the thing. That's just to chime in on your point. You can give forgiveness if you stop being a prostitute, just like you can lose the weight, but people will still bring up your past either or. You know, people would bring up your past if you was fat. Now you're in shape, just like people would bring up your past if you was a prostitute. Now you're not anymore.
All right. So if you put makeup, if you put makeup on an alligator, is that still not a reptile?
It's been like just lipstick, like put the lips right on the front.
Talk like about, by the way, Out of the Mud Incorporated. Hey, dog. Hey, yo, hey, man.
That's funny.
You got to fix it like Felix. Oh shoot.
The views and opinions expressed within the content are solely the authors and the participants and do not reflect the opinions and beliefs of the website or its affiliates.
Right. This is us.
This is Out of the Mud Incorporated. Enjoy the podcast.
Yo, was it weird that Batman kept on trying to go down into the sewer and trying to find Penguin in the first movies? Because he ain't want no beef with Ra's al Ghul. My man Ra's al Ghul.
I mean, you got to get into the comic book if you're going to remember him. But the whole thing about him going into the sewers to find Penguin, he basically channeled something that he was already dealing with, because you remember how he fell in the well.
Yeah.
That's what traumatized him. So you would think, I would think, that would give him a sense of a traumatic experience going back down in sewers, because it should almost remind him of falling in that well again. You know what I mean? But I mean, he's Batman by that time. He's not just Bruce Wayne. Like when Bruce Wayne fell down the well, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't Batman then.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne been getting beat up for like 25 years, so I'm trying to cut him a little bit.
Don't do Batman, bro.
What? Batman ain't won a fight since I was 7? That nigga was what's my man name from my man? Not Mel Gibson.
Who you talking about? Who played
George Clooney? My man George Clooney. He ain't,
bro. He ain't been. Boy, George Clooney.
George Clooney was fire, bro.
Not as Batman.
What?
No, the movie was fire, but him as Batman, no, he's not Val Kilmer. He's not Michael Keaton.
They killed him off. They killed Val Kilmer off on the new Top Gun. They got that nigga the fuck up out of here.
Man, look.
Val Kilmer, he was not that boy. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta too.
Ray Liotta.
Excuse me.
Val Kilmer actually passed away.
Recently?
He passed away during the filming of that movie, I believe.
Nah,
the new Maverick?
Val Kilmer's still alive. I'm about to be saying Val Kilmer passed.
Me too.
No, sir. I believe he passed away during the filming of that. right after the post
Man,
production.
look, man.
I may be
Nah, he's still
wrong.
alive.
Shout out
I
to
may be wrong.
okay.
Nah,
Hopefully
Val
he
Kilmer's
is.
still
I
alive.
mean, he's obviously in bad shape.
He is in bad shape. He's
Okay,
still
well, I
alive.
apologize,
My
Val.
You know
bad
what I
about
mean?
that.
So,
Val, come on to the Out of the Mud platform and tell us about what's going on.
right, because we want to know because he didn't look good on the new Maverick. He didn't. It was a lot of
He didn't even have a part. He was like the voice. He's like
exactly. Let's not do him like the like Jimbo boy in South Park. But I feel what you're saying though.
my nigga Jim.
That's ill. But your boy George Clooney in Batman, he got over it because why? The Batman he played in that now he might have did two Batman. I'm not for sure, but I know him for the one.
Nah, because it was the one. It was the one.
I know
goofy
him.
Nigga before him.
I know
Michael
him
Keaton.
for the one, and he's not goofy. I know him for the one Batman that had Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze and Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy,
and
it had a Robin,
and what was the
and it was a Batgirl.
what was
and
the chick that was the cat lady? The bitch that was the cat lady, or was that Halle Berry?
That was Michelle Pfeiffer. That
Michelle
was
Pfeiffer,
early
yeah.
in the game. That was, I believe, Michael Keaton, or it might have been Val Kilmer. I'm not for sure which one exactly, but we gonna
What do you say?
You know what we got planned for the day.
All right, so got a couple things on the agenda. On the agenda, don't want to pretend. I ain't gonna be that person that like just talks like that. That's fucking annoying as fuck. Yeah, so I want to speak about like cinema. That's kind of something that we hold dear in our heart, in our
it's important
friendship, our budship, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But like The Wire. So you take something like The Wire.
Now shout out to The Wire. Wasn't that Dick Wolf?
That I feel like that it might have been Dick Wolf. I know SVU is Dick Wolf. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm not for sure, but I thought The Wire was Dick Wolf too.
Your girl, Benson and Stabler.
Yeah.
Fucking slut. My bad. I didn't mean to say that.
So what you really want to bring up about The Wire, about if it was actually as good as it
really if you take the second season out of The Wire, it's probably the greatest show ever created. The second season was on some bullshit.
It was, but
the Sabakas,
the Polish at the docks. But you got to understand it correlated with everything that went on with the first season. So it just took a few episodes to get to where it got back to the whole inner city aspect of what The Wire was all about. But I feel, it was a little dry. It was a little like, what is this? It was hard to understand at the beginning, but once it got to where it was going, it was like, okay, I feel this. Especially after the whole bunch of sex workers died in the shipping container because
that's what it was. It was
crushed the exhaust pipe so they could breathe.
It was the port.
Yeah, that was messed up. So that's where it all was like, okay, here we go. You know what I mean?
Is Oz up there? Do we bring Oz into it?
You know what? Oz.
Like, I mean, if you want to see a couple of shivs, you know what I mean?
I mean, that gave you the whole entertainment prospects of how it is to be, locked up in the penitentiary. But, I mean, it was nice. I watched some episodes. I can't say I watched all of it like I did The Wire, though. I can't say that at all. But I know it was a straight show. It was, you know what I mean? It had its perks. It hit. It ain't hit hard like The Wire, though. The Wire is like a cult classic.
Well, I mean, I feel like The Wire hit on a different level from understanding the struggle and just being from like a hard, like
it did. It gave you that whole what was going on in Baltimore. Like it could have been all, fiction. It could have been just a lot of storylines that was written to make a good show, but a lot of that was actually going on in Baltimore.
That's very true. Yeah, Marion Barry. We talked about that on my first
man. Shout out to Marion Barry, wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? We hope you're not doing what you was doing that day.
He passed away.
He did, man. Look, we miss you then.
But yeah, that's like that shows you like what's our boy's name? Prospector.
Prospect Joe.
Prospect Joe. He always
Fat Weasel. Yeah, fattest weasel ever.
He has always got his hands in too many pots,
I mean, he was the fattest weasel ever, and that's what happens after a while. You're just gonna get caught up for you're dipping and messing with everybody. It's gonna come back on you.
Yeah. So, and then another thing that we wanted to bring up briefly was where we were at the turn of the century. So it's 2024 now. It's almost about to be 25 years from Y2K and like
Yeah,
turn of the century.
1999.
Yeah, man. Like think about where we were. That was crazy. Like being 8 years old and now
Something
looking
like
back
that,
on it.
right?
Like, that's almost
Y2K had too many people afraid, like they was gonna wake up the next morning and no power was gonna be available.
that's what
You
I
wasn't
thought.
gonna be able to drive your car. You wasn't gonna be able to turn on the TV. You wasn't gonna be able to listen to the radio, use a phone. Because I'm pretty sure it was like a few cell phones. Cell phone wasn't huge like it is today, but like you
No,
ain't gonna be able to do none of that. You ain't gonna have no money
nope.
unless you had the cash.
I thought the odometer in the car was going to like turn over to zero and we wasn't going to be able to go anywhere. I was like so scared. I
Man,
was
car salesman would have loved that. But
yeah.
anyway,
So I have a question to add to that. So what was more impactful as far as thought of fear or thought of concern? Was it 9/11 or was it Y2K?
you go first.
For me, I'm gonna say 9/11, because I didn't grow up in Flint, so when 9/11 hit, my parents had to drive around. My parents had to drive around from Flint all the way around Ohio, Pennsylvania, back to Buffalo, and so after 9/11, I stopped coming to visit my family at all. So Y2K was a scare. If everything would have shut down, the algorithm would have crashed. Okay, we would have been stuck. But like after 9/11 changed everything. Like that was something that like made you understand like where you like stood at in the country as like moving forward. I've had my passport since I was 12, so it's like kind of like one of them things that like okay, we're just used to it. But Y2K wasn't that bad though. I was just scared. I was young.
What about you?
I agree with some of what you were saying, but the way they fear mongered Y2K, nobody knew 9/11 was going to happen. You know what I mean? It just happened. You just woke up one day and allegedly some individuals had hijacked the plane and they were steering the plane or making the plane go in a certain direction. As like with Y2K, it was like almost I feel like a whole months worth of fear mongering that went behind what's going to happen on January 1st of the 2000 year.
I think that's because they underestimated computers, and now that they see that they were wrong 25 years ago, now we just put our whole faith in humanity in computers.
I hear you,
It
but
doesn't
see,
make any sense.
because the
And
computer
remember, Prince made a song about it
he
too.
did.
Like,
Yes,
oh
Now
my
you
goodness.
right. And now I don't want to say the individual's name he was talking about, but he said he was going to drop the bomb on in concert, but only a select few of people saw and heard about that compared to the way on the news they was promoting Y2K as a major
Explain
thing.
that, because you went over my head with that.
What I'm basically mean is with the whole Prince situation, it was like if you had to be an avid fan of Prince, you had to be hip to that actual show to know what he had said that night about such and such is gonna drop the bomb. Such and such, you gonna drop the bomb.
Allegedly.
You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
Right. That's why I say such and
Allegedly.
such because we ain't putting no names on these people right now. But that now say if you a super fan of Prince, that might have disturbed you. Like, hey, wait a minute. You know what I mean? What he talking about compared to where everybody's getting promoted the Y2K so-called situation that was coming. You know, so that's why everybody went out. They got them some canned meat. They got them some water. They got them some, you know what I'm saying? They got them some blankets. They got them some tissue. They
They had the
got them,
Y2K
you know what I mean?
survival kit.
All the whole survival kit they
The
told you
solar
to get.
flashlight.
Right. All that, you know, because eventually or allegedly at 12 o'clock, 2000, even though we all gonna be huddled together, counting down the ball drop, thanks to Dick Clark, like we was all used to, on this time, the world's supposed to not be the same as we know it. So I feel like that was a whole bigger issue compared to what could possibly happen because we expected something to happen that didn't. compared to with 9/11 on 9/10, nobody went to sleep thinking that the WWTC was gonna, you know what I'm saying,
Be no
end up
more.
right in rubble. You feel me?
So, do you all remember what you were doing at each particular time?
Definitely. You go first.
I'm not saying.
Okay, well I'll go then. I remember, like I say, because Y2K was promoted so hard on the news. Me, Miles, her boyfriend at the time. I don't know if my brother was over at the house or not. We all huddled up, like, okay, here we go, countdown.
So y'all actually prepared.
Yes.
To
I'm talking about. This is the funny part about
get on the mothership.
We had before the Y2K propaganda that hit, we didn't have a shelf in the basement. When this was so called about to be a thing that was gonna happen, we had a shelf. I helped my mom boyfriend at the time build, and we put, like I said, Vienna sausages. We got beefaronis. We got tuna. We got, you know what I'm saying, all kind of stuff that just in case if something happened, we're gonna be able to survive. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, let's count down and see what's gonna happen, and it didn't happen. Compared to when 9/11 happened, I believe a freshman in high school, science class. I ain't gonna get a science teacher name, but we watching. No, we come to class and he has a sad face. He's usually a upbeat teacher. We come in there, he all sad for some reason. We like, yo, what's going on? He like, I just want to let y'all know it's something going on in the world that y'all might not understand. I'm about to turn it, because we had TVs in the class. Now I'm about to turn this on, and y'all gonna have to accept what's going on because it's actually going on in the world. So now we all scared as freshman kids. Like, what is going on? We turn it on and we were watching what's going on. It's just like, what is this all about? We don't understand about the politics, about what's possibly behind all of this situation. We have no idea. But it was just like something that it really brought us all together. Unlike Y2K kind of divided people more because it was about, y'all got y'all own, we got our own. If something happened, I hope y'all got enough.
Hope you got your bunker.
You know what I mean? Exactly, because ain't no necessarily looking out for the next person, because it's just like we don't know what's going on.
The beginning of the purge,
right? Compared to 9/11, where everybody almost start becoming one. That was the first time I remember where people was almost united.
America,
right? America.
That sound like I know, Grundy, you might be a little bit younger, but it's like my big brother used to talk about seeing the Challenger blow up when he was in school.
Man, that's another one.
Like they
vaguely recall that.
They brought the TV in. It was like,
yeah, oh,
yeah.
What just happened?
Right,
they're gone.
Real fast.
Like, dog,
they don't exist. What do you mean they don't exist?
Man, look, obliterated.
You can't kill an astronaut.
I guess you can.
They're invincible.
Not that day.
Well, because we live in a globe ball. I'm
right,
talking that
that's
the views and opinions allegedly.
Hey, would you go down the
curve at the top?
Right. So with that said, we got like 42 seconds left. I would like you guys to wrap it up so you guys can tell the people what's next, if there's a next, and when it's going. What we're
gonna be a next.
It's gonna be a next. Yeah, we're gonna go back in, fine tune everything. We pretty much we make a lot of content together, and we talk a lot and chop a lot of ideas down, and we just gonna figure it out to make it plausible going into 2025.
We're gonna give you a plethora of a whole bunch of more topics that unfortunately we couldn't get to today. We came with some stuff, but we got way more stuff to give, and we look forward to being able to give it to you.
Well, N.O.L, I appreciate you guys coming and doing your thing, and here's to a bright